Hi everyone, welcome back. So I'm back in Kokiri Forest because the last part of this that I did, I save warped and ended up back at Link's house. And this is exactly where I want to be because now I can take a shortcut. Make sure the owl isn't there, okay. I'm going to take a shortcut into Goron City instead of having to go all the way up Death Mountain. And because I have good bomb chews, I can just use one from here. That opens up this path permanently. I still can't pick up any bomb flowers or anything because I don't have any strength upgrades, so that's not going to be an issue at all. In fact, there's not really anything I want to do in this place, but I do want to exit into Death Mountain. So I'm just going to head all the way up to the top. So what I'm going to do in this section is I'm going to enter Dodongo's Cavern, and remember the rule that I set was that I have to finish the dungeons in reverse order. It's okay to enter them as long as I don't beat the boss. Obviously I've already entered the Shadow Temple, so hopefully that was already obvious, but just in case, I thought I would explain it. But the reason I want to enter right now is so I can get the bomb bag, because that's going to help me a lot when I'm an adult, and also for the remainder of the child section as well. It also means that I don't have to be quite as worried about my bomb chew count like I am right now. I'm going to save the game just to make sure I don't waste any here. Okay, cool. If that one rolls too far away from you, it can be kind of hard to hit. So here's Dodongo's Cavern. Like I said, the only reason I'm in here is to get the bomb bag, and it shouldn't take long at all to get to it. You can pretty much skip everything. This Navi text is pretty much unavoidable, so I'm just going to listen to it. So the first thing I want to do, or the first thing that you're normally supposed to do in this dungeon, is on this half of it. Let me just get onto this platform. There's a door over here. You're supposed to pick up this bomb flower and chuck it at this door over here and going through and do all that stuff, and eventually you end up right there. You can see there's like a switch up there. That's what you're supposed to press. Now, the glitch that I'm about to do is something that's really cool in this game in particular, because it gives you an ability that is in a lot of games but it's not in 3D Zelda, and that is to jump on the spot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pick up this bomb flower, but I'm going to get interrupted while I'm trying to pick it up. It's a little bit similar to a super slide, but without the rolling and without, you know, moving back at insane speeds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand right in front of it, I'm going to hold Z the entire time, and I'm going to back walk until he just exits the grab zone. As you can see, the blue button changed to attack, so I'm going to walk back in until it says grab. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull out a bomb chew, and while holding Z the entire time, I'm going to press R to drop the bomb chew, and then instantly I'm going to let go and press R and A. And hopefully he should grab the bomb flower with his shield out, and then the bomb flower will explode because of the bomb chew, and therefore Link will be left standing there as if he's like trying to grab something which isn't there. And one of the properties of that is that you can then jump on the spot. So let's try it. Okay, it worked. So if I just do a backflip normally now, he just does a jump on the spot and it lets him grab this ledge. So that skips an entire chunk of the dungeon. The switch right here opens the door on the other side, which I can just roll over to now. Don't want to take too much damage from any of these lava pits, but I'm going to have to take a little bit. For some reason those things don't burn your shield. I mean, I'm not complaining, I'm certainly glad that they don't, but yeah, you need to be careful in this dungeon that you don't lose your shield. There are a few places you can get it back though. So I'm going to have to use another bomb chew, which means I'm going to save the game again just in case I screw this up. I think all you want to do is a backflip here and then pull out your chew and it should make everything explode. This is quite a bit of lag, so what I like to do is just face the camera away from it so that the chews, the bomb flowers are off screen and therefore there's less lag. So that opens the next section of the dungeon. I can just backflip up these stairs. And believe it or not, we're almost already done with this. Both of the mini-bosses, the little Dynaflows or Lizaflows or whatever it is you have to fight, I'm going to skip both sets of them. So I need to be careful like I was in the Spirit Temple. I want to kill these guys before I try anything else because, oh god. Okay, because one touch from them and you lose your shield. So So you're supposed to pull this statue out and climb up the ladder. That's a waste of time. I'm just going to backflip on it and hit the switch like that. Okay, so here there's another fire key. So if I'm quick enough here, I can get past it without any hassle. I'm just going to align myself with the door and backwalk. But I need to stop backwalking at a certain... Oh my god, I lost it anyway. Fortunately, there's a Deku Scrub here that actually sells you a shield. Unfortunately, I don't have a shield to deflect its nuts, so I'm going to have to waste a bomb chew to attack him. Thank god that works. 50 rupees, what a rip-off. But I guess I have no other choice. So I'm finally back up here. I managed to replenish my rupees after buying the shield because there were a couple of pots on the way up that had red rupees in them, which are worth 20. So I'm just going to be a little more cautious this time. I guess I'll pick these up in case I have to buy another shield. This guy's way over to the side actually. I should be able to make it without him bothering me too much. Okay, excellent. See, that isn't actually that hard. I was just going a little too fast before. So in this room, what I want to do is I want to get over to this platform over there. You can see there's a chest in the distance that's got the bomb bag in it. What you're normally meant to do here is go through this door in front of me, you bomb it with a bomb flower and go through a series of little rooms where you fight a mini boss and all that crap. You end up over there and you can get to the chest that way. I'm going to skip every single part of that by doing a really well timed super flip with a bomb chew. So the first thing I need to do after aligning with this wall is just inch link to the right until his hat is just past the center point. As you can see, the sort of spike at the top of his hat is now past the wall. I'm going to go into see up mode. Actually, I don't think it was quite far enough. I'm going to move a little bit further. Okay, so now I'm going to go into see up mode and I'm going to put the top left of the B button against that arch just like that. So now I'm going to turn around 180 degrees and I'm going to count to the 7th red flash. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm going to wait for it to go blue. So it should be the next frame. Okay, so in this frame I'm going to hold R and A during the unpause lag. I'm going to look for the frame where Link gets like recoiled a little bit. It should be like maybe the next frame or so. Okay, so in this frame, during the unpause lag, I'm going to hold down an A. And I've just cleared that entire gap, and here's the chest. And from this point on, I pretty much don't have to worry too much about my bomb chew count because I've now got these bombs. Which pretty much do the same thing as bomb chews, they're just not quite as useful, but for everything that I'm going to use them for, it should be good enough. So, just going through here, I could hit this switch and it makes a platform come up. You could see how that might be useful because I'm going to have to come back up here later to light the eyes under the Dodongo skull. I'm actually not going to do that at all. There's a much cooler way you can light them from down there, which I'm going to take care of towards the end of this playthrough when I come back here as an adult. That's actually all I want to do in here as a kid, so I'm just going to leave now. Not before I save the game though. So since I'm already in Death Mountain, I think I'm going to go and get magic now. Magic is absolutely required for a bunch of things in this playthrough. Basically using any of the elemental arrows or any of that stuff. And those are required to finish the game. At least with the route I'm using. Oh, I hope that's close enough. No, it wasn't. Well, whatever. That's what I get for trying to show off. This explosion here can be a little tricky. You just want to throw it and have it explode in the air rather than like try and throw it behind the rock or something. So anyway, yeah, I'm back up to 99 rupees, which is great. This part of Death Mountain Crater, well actually this isn't the crater, this is still Death Mountain Trail. The crater's up there. This part of it is kind of tricky if you don't backwalk. If you backwalk, you can completely outrun all of the fallen debris. But there is a way to actually like walk on this seam and you can just get up that way, but it's really really hard. Even with Infinite Sword glitch active, it's not really worth it in my opinion. So I'm just going to flip the camera, if it will let me. Well, it's really hard here. Okay, I'm just gonna backwalk the whole distance. None of these things are gonna hit me. At least they shouldn't. Never mind, I guess they will. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably because I've got the camera pointed this way. If I had it pointed the other way, then they wouldn't have been on screen, they wouldn't have hit me. Because that's literally how this game works. So anyway, I'm not going to waste choose killing these things, I'm just going to carefully sneak past them. It's a good reminder that when you stop moving, they also stop moving. Even if they've seen you, they'll just move like an inch or something, then stop themselves. So here we are at the top of Death Mountain. There's the owl. He might be useful later on, but not right now. Just gonna blow this open. And this is where we're gonna learn how to use magic. So obviously, I've got Zelda's Lullaby, so that's set. What you're supposed to do is pull out your ocarina and play the song here. Don't have an ocarina, so I'm gonna have to improvise a little bit. Fortunately, there is a glitch here that you can use that lets you play pretty much any item as if it were an ocarina. What you want to do is have Link be holding a bottle that's full of something in his hand, so bugs or fish or whatever are the best options here. You want to just release them, then catch it again. So he's now holding the full bottle, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a backflip, and in the air I'm going to press the button for the bottle and then the button for his sword. I could press other buttons, I could use like a bomb or a bomb tube, but I don't want to waste any of them. And also I could use like a Deku stick or something, but I don't have it equipped. So let's try this. Can do it from maybe here. I don't want it to say check because then he can't backflip. So you can't really see it right now, but he is actually playing his sword. So I can just play Zelda's Lullaby like that. I'll show off this glitch again in a second just so we can get a better view of it. The camera's kind of fixed at this part. So here's the Great Fairy. We're going to see her a couple of times in this playthrough. Honestly, most of the things that she gives you in the game can be skipped through glitches or whatever, or just by not needing them at all, but some of them I absolutely am going to have to get for this playthrough. And magic is the most important of all of those. In fact, magic is so important that I'm probably going to get the double magic meter as well. Which you're not supposed to get until pretty far into the game. Usually around the Fire Temple is when you get that, which is already quite a bit into the adult section of the game. So yeah, she's telling you about like another fairy fountain that's in Hyrule Castle. That one gives you dense fire. I'm not really sure that that's going to be required at all. I don't think it is. Obviously we can get into the Shadow Temple without it. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to show off this glitch again just so you guys can see what it actually looks like. So, full bottle in Link's hand. I do a backflip, press the button for the bottle and then press the button for the sword or any other item that works. Most of them do work. Then this happens. He's now playing the sword. It would look a lot cooler if he didn't have a shield actually. Maybe I should have done this in Dodongo's Cavern, but yeah. It's a fully functional ocarina. It can play all of the notes that it has to, so you basically can finish the game without an ocarina, which I'm probably going to do. Because it also means I get to skip that cutscene where Saria gives you the fairy ocarina. Anyway, one more thing I want to do in Death Mountain is get the double magic meter right now. Like I mentioned a second ago, you're supposed to get this as an adult when you're around the Fire Temple section of the game. There's no point in waiting until then, I can get it now. You're not supposed to get it now, it's pretty cool to get it now, but I want to do it like this. So, because I've got bombs, I don't have to bother pause buffer and a super flip, I can just do one straight away with a bomb. Just like that. And I need to be quick here. I'm going to side hop into the side of this rock. If I do it just right, he just pops right through. This actually can be done as an adult as well, so it's got nothing to do with the fact that I'm a kid. It's just that those rocks are like so poorly positioned. But anyway, here's another fairy fountain. This one's going to give me the double magic meter. So again, I'm going to use the Ocarina items glitch. And let's see, can I play something else instead of my sword? I don't want to waste any explosives, but I'll try and play this. Not sure if it's going to work. No, it doesn't work. Okay, it just causes them to like pull out the... And yeah, as you can see, I actually overwrote the Lens of Truth there. But that's okay, that's not a problem at all. That's one way to actually clone a bottle. And just like that, I have lost my bugs. That sucks. Fortunately, there is a grotto just at the start of Death Mountain Crater which contains a fish, which actually is a lot easier than a bug because they don't really run away when you dump them out. So, there's bugs as well. But yeah, like I said earlier, I actually did permanently now overwrite the Lens of Truth, which means I have a spare bottle if I ever need it. The Lens of Truth is completely useless in this playthrough, so I'm not at all fazed by that. And this chest here contains some bombs, if I remember correctly, so it's good to have them restocked. So I'm going to head back in again and do this glitch properly this time. Preferably with an item that will actually work. So yeah, those flips there are really easy with bombs. Not as easy as getting behind that rock though. So anyway, I'm gonna probably do it with... I guess I'll do it with a Deku stick. I'm not sure if Deku Nuts work, I think they do. And Zelda's letter probably doesn't, but... I don't know. I'd rather do it with this anyway. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot cooler. So, Zelda's Lullaby again. If you manage to screw up playing the song and you're worried about having to like do the glitch again, don't be. If you press like the wrong button, just keep pressing wrong buttons until the thing fills up, and then it'll give you the chance to replay it without putting the ocarina, or in this case the stick, away. So this is the Great Fairy of Wisdom. They all have like different names, like magic and power and wisdom and all that crap. So you're only ever supposed to get this as an adult, but I don't know. Maybe it could be possible as a kid. If there was like some way to blow up those rocks. But I'm not sure if you actually can without the Megaton Hammer or the Big Horn Sword or Giant's Knife or whatever, so... whatever. Anyway, I now have a double magic meter, which is more than I'm ever going to need, but it's better to have more than less. So I guess I'll save the game just to be safe. So I have to be a little quick here. I'm just going to jump back over and exit this place as quick as I can before the timer goes down, because I still only have 3 hearts. I'm not sure if I want to keep it that way, if I want to just try and beat the whole game with 3 hearts. I mean, it's really not hard at all, but it would allow me to do like more damage boosts and stuff if I did have more hearts, so I'm not really sure what I want to do. But here is probably the only time in the game that the owl is actually useful. If I talk to him, he offers to give me a ride back down to the Kakariko village, and I'm actually going to do that because it is a little faster. So I think that's pretty much everything I want to do as a kid for now. I don't know why I'm saying for now, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be a kid again for this entire playthrough. There really isn't a lot to show off with him. Most of the cool stuff happens as an adult. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to leave this place now. Obviously, I still haven't beaten a single dungeon, so I can't get the Ocarina of Time. I can't learn the Song of Time, so you might be wondering how I'm going to become an adult. Well, we'll see that in just a second. There's a really, really cool glitch you can do to get past the door of time. I'm just gonna backmop my way over. Just have to make sure I get in here before night, but I think there's plenty of time this time. I could go get Din's fire. I don't think I'm gonna need it at all. But like I said, I'm probably never gonna be a kid again. Just trying to think real quick if it would actually be helpful. I don't think it would. I don't think I'm gonna need it. No, I'm not gonna need it. I'll just skip it. So here's the Temple of Time, away off in the background. Just gonna head straight in. So let's see, what do I want to do in here? Well, I'll go up to the door time actually and just show something off real quick. As you can see, there's a little crack in there. I'm going to actually force link through this little opening, and that's what's going to let him get to the other side. The way that you do it is you have to be like right back in this corner, and you want to align so that the bottom of your hilt on the sword icon is like aligned with this like line on the wall. This could be a little imprecise. I mean, it does do the job generally because it doesn't have to be completely perfect. It's not like a pixel perfect angle, but it's still a little difficult to get it sometimes. So what I prefer to do is go all the way back to the entrance and align with this part of the pillar. Just walk into it and hold Z so that he like is completely parallel with it. Then you want to do a side hop, and then press A so that he does a side roll, and let go of Z during that, so that he's now this way. You want to walk backwards, not so fast that it says jump, just enough that it says attack, then press A and let go of Z again. Let me just move forward a little bit. So this angle right here is actually the perfect angle. So I'm just going to move back up, without letting go of Z of course. And you have to be careful not to press A around this area, or else you'll lose your angle and you'll have to go back and get it again. So now that I'm here, let me just show that this is pretty much the same angle I had before. Yep. So what I want to do now is, you've seen me do this before in this playthrough, but like if you backwalk or if you backflip and then do a roll, he does it to the side. Well, if you do a side hop out of that roll, it comes backwards as he side hops. I'm going to use that technique to force link through this little opening. Obviously I need to do it to the left side, so what I'm going to basically do is, I'm going to backflip to make sure I'm in the right part of the wall, I'm going to hold down left just a little bit, I'm going to roll, and I'm going to side hop, and it should push him right through. Okay, so I'm going to backflip, roll and side hop, and I'm now going to start pause buffering because I need to look for a specific frame. I don't want to see his hand anymore, come on. Okay, so he's actually starting to move. Okay, this is the last frame where Link is going to be in this part of the temple. On the very next frame, he's going to disappear, and that's the frame I'm looking for. It's important to also hold down or down left during every single one of these unpauses. So now that he's completely gone from sight, I'm going to unpause, and during the lag I'm going to hold left, and I'm going to hold B. And I'm going to keep holding left after this as well. As you can see, just like that, I'm now on the other side of the door. You can see the little crack there, that's where he went through. And the door is completely solid, so you can't just walk back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to become an adult now. There are ways to get back to the other side of the door. The most obvious one is just to like save your game and reset. But there are a couple other ways you can do it as well, which are a lot more cool. But before I get to any of that, I'm gonna say goodbye to being a kid and start the more interesting part of the game, in my opinion, when you're adult. So a pretty long cutscene here. I'm gonna edit it out. All that really happens in it is that the sage gives you the light medallion, and then you meet Sheik for what's supposed to be the first time in the Temple of Time. So Sheik was telling me that the first sage I'm supposed to save is the one in the Forest Temple. That's actually going to be the last one that I save, because obviously this is reverse dungeon order, so the first place I'm going to go as an adult is the Spirit Temple. As you can see, the door is still there, so I'm going to have to find another way to get past. I could just save and quit, as I said, but it's more fun to do it this way. Just have to find the right angle here. It'll work eventually. Wait, maybe this is actually the wrong wall. I don't know, one of these walls definitely works. Maybe it's like this one here. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. So, I actually could get over there using the hover boots and like a power crouch stab just to give me enough momentum, but I'd rather just jump off because it's easier. But yeah, as you can see, it just puts you straight back here. But I have lost the heart. The idea is that you do it 3 times and then you get a game over and you just quit the game or whatever. Complete waste of time when you can just do this. So anyway, when I restart the file, I'm going to be at the other side of the Temple of Time, and I'll be ready to start the adult section. So, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.